Hello, hello my lovely friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today, as you can see, it's a little bit of a sleepy channel. There's not a lot going on today in the studio, except that in today's video, I want to talk about some organizing. Because who doesn't love an organizing video? I know I very much love watching organizing videos, and I like making organizing videos too, I have to admit. I think it's something that I would like to do and add in sort of, maybe once a month do an organizing thing, or every 5 weeks or something, because, well, clearly I love to organize stuff. So, in today's video, I want to talk about this corner in particular here, because this corner is starting to really make me crazy. I ignored it all through the Halloween journal making months and weeks, but it really was in the back of my mind that I want to tidy this up and make better use of this space in this desk here, because this is a really lovely little writing desk, and I have this sort of vision in my mind that one of these days I'm going to get this all tidied up, and there's a slight chance that I'm actually going to sit at this desk and write letters and postcards, or do something more productive with this corner than just have it be a place where I toss all the things that I don't really know where to put, right? What I have here is obviously just a collection of ephemera and things that I don't really know what to do with. But tonight I really want to make a concerted effort to tidy this up. And I'm still on the quest to organize my ephemera better. And this is sort of classic me, where I feel like I'm overthinking. And I probably am overthinking, if I'm being really honest. But sometimes you organize things, and sometimes you put things together and it just clicks, right? You're just like, okay, I like this. This is easy. I don't really even have to think about it. And it just flows. Like when I put this thing together here, this just flowed. I put this together. I made the video where I showed you guys when I got it, and we put it up and I put stuff in it. I've never looked back from this little organizing setup here. This just sits to the right of me here. And on the top of this shelf, I've got things that I use all the time. So obviously scissors, hole punch, two-way tape. I got my squiggly scissors here, my tear rulers, bone folder. Like this is great. I could put a few more things in here, but I don't want to overload it. But for now, this is working perfect. And then in this drawer, I have a bunch of ink pads, because I find that if I put these ink pads together in this sort of a collection, and I have them literally at my fingertips, I'm more apt to use different colors. Now, I do have some ephemera down in here, and this is a bit of a catch-all for small ephemera pieces, little fussy cuts, tags and things that I've kept, because it's easy just to, even if the drawer isn't open, I can just sort of toss bits and pieces in here. And this works out great. The only downfall to this system was I had fully anticipated putting in full sheets of paper in this drawer. So this whole drawer was going to be all about where I would store my whatever ephemera it was that I wanted to use. Well, because I can't get the piece of papers, the regular 8x10 copy size paper in here, this didn't work out to be the catch-all that I intended it to be. And I got some paper clips back in here. But like I said, this just flows. I've got some seasonal acrylic stamps here, and then my paper cutter always sits on the top here, and it's just, I love it. I love how this little system has come together. I got scissors and glue here. Like It's perfect. But when it comes to this over here, I've tried so many different ways of organizing things over here, and nothing seems to work. And I can't quite figure out why that is. I don't know. So I figure I'm just going to keep trying things until I find something that works, till I find something that flows in the way that this kind of flows. And I mean, you know, it's not like, again, I don't want to be the princess in the pea of organization in Ephemera. But I mean, I don't mind playing with different ideas about how to store things and organize things, because clearly I like to put things in things. I like to put things in old suitcases and binders and holders and jars and things. Like it really lights up my brain, I have to say. So there was a point where I thought, okay, I'm going to get this 3-tier tray holder thingamajigger. And then I thought, okay, this is going to be a great solution to my problem, because what I'll do is I'll put the journals on the top, and then these 2 trays will hold full sheets of papers that I've printed off, pages and things that I've got from pen pals, paper that I've purchased. So that's going to be, this will be great. So I'll put the bigger sheets in there. But I bought this in June, I think it was, and I have yet to use it as intended. I just put stuff in there and then I forget about it for the most part, or I don't know what it is. It's sort of like the Bermuda Triangle of my studio, right? So then I've got this giant, which would be a makeup bag, a travel bag. I want to use this to put ephemera in because it's really super pretty, and it's huge, like it's great. So I'd like to try and incorporate this into the system of some sorts as well. And then as you can see, it just gets worse. So these are acrylic stamps that need better organization. These are more acrylic stamps that need better organization. And then these 2 trays are Halloween, mostly Halloween, but a little bit of autumn. And these are things that I've printed out and cut out, and stickers and stuff that I wanted to use in my Halloween journal that I still have not used. But the good news is that at least I've been able to condense all the Halloween into these 2 baskets, and it's not floating all over the studio, right? And then, ooh, that's really heavy. Let me just put that down here. So then, I got some Girl Guide cookies here. This is recycling. This is, I don't know why this is here. Then I've got an older journal here, and then another book binder full of acrylic stamps, which this works out really well with the stamps in the sleeves, but because of the size of the binder, there's only so much I can get in here, right? And then the question is, where do I put this binder? So again, I have easy access to it, and I don't just tuck it away and forget where I put it and then not use it, because I know we've talked about this before. That's the tendency. The problem is that I put things away, and it's great that they're organized, and it's great that they're condensed, but sometimes I forget what's in there, or I just forget. You know, it's a bit of a problem. Okay, so let's move this out of the way here for a second, just so you can get an idea of what this looks like without all the stuff on it. And then we have my teddy here from when I was a little itty bitty tiny thing. He doesn't look like much, but I'm telling you, this teddy got me through some very rough days as a child. Okay, so here we have the desk. And at some point, I would like to sort of even change up what I have here, because mostly it's note cards. I got a bunch of just plain old envelopes there. These are thank you cards and things that I use when I sell something on Etsy. We got some fun little paper clips in there. And yeah, so, you know, it's nothing terribly exciting, but I have big ideas about what I could do with this space. And then up in here is just miscellaneous ephemera. We've got a whole bunch of postcard sets up here from when I was doing a lot of post crossing, letter writing sets, some washi tape that I forgot that I had. See? Old post-it notes. I think this is jewelry making supplies. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that this seemed like a great idea at the time, but I'm not using it. This is the problem. I'm not using it. So I'm just going to take this apart. I'm going to set it aside, and I'm going to take all the stuff out, and I'm going to take some stuff out of here, and I'm going to take some of my happy mail and things that I have sitting over there, and I'm just going to put them together, and I'm going to go through them and look at what I really want to work with in the coming weeks, and I'm going to devise some sort of organization around that, because I think part of my problem is that I'm trying to fix too many things all at once. Like I'm like, oh, I've got to do something with this, and I want to clean this, and I need a better use of this, and etc., right? So I think that I'm going to stop it here, and we're going to just say, oh, well, this didn't work out, and I'm going to set this aside, and then I'll spend some time going through what I've got, and then just use that as my jumping off point. Let's see what I come up with, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Here's a tiny little update. I decided that when it's all said and done, this cart wasn't really being utilized in a way that it could be. I had all of these smaller little pads of paper and old day timers, 2016, oh my goodness. They all fit. Ooh, look at that, trip diary. Oh, I remember having one of these when I was a kid, when we went to Halifax, Nova Scotia. So I had all of this stuff in here, and it did fit really nicely in this vintage train case. But in my quest to organize this better, I'm going to get rid of, take whatever's down there. That's a lot of different kinds of glue. Things I've never used. I'm not going to get a lot closer because I don't want you to see how dusty it is, because it's really dusty. But I never use anything that's down here. So that's not a that's not a well-used shelf. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to wipe everything down, and then we're going to... Now that I have it cleaned up and tidied up and emptied, the more I think about this idea, the more I like this, for several reasons. I like it because it's going to allow me to organize by size. And what I think is we're going to put the journals on the bottom shelf. Because, you know, again, this whole idea and issue of out of sight, out of mind. If I put the journals on the bottom, then it means I'm going to be utilizing the bottom tray almost every day. So it isn't going to be like I'm just going to throw stuff down there and forget about it and then be upset with myself because I put stuff down there and then I don't use it. So even though... You know, I at first I was like, oh, I'll put the journals up there and that'll look really nice. But no, I think I'm going to put the journals on the bottom. Then I'm going to put the bigger papers and all that kind of stuff. So the things that I thought would work well in these trays that didn't, that's going to go in there. And then in the train case, I will put the smaller bits and bobs of ephemera and the fussy cuts and the stickers and those sorts of things. And I might even, I might put, keep this little basket in here and then organize a few things on this side. This part I'm unsure about. I'm just going to play with this for a little bit and see where it takes me, see where it leads me. But I am really liking this whole idea, because then when I'm not using the tray, it can just go back over here in the corner. Or the cart. When I'm not using the cart, it'll go back in the corner. I can see it, so it's not going to be out of sight, out of mind. This is a lot of storage, so that's going to be helpful. And it's going to be easily accessible in the sense that I kind of, as I'm going through the days and the weeks when I'm not actually journaling, but I'm taking the pages and papers and ephemera that I want to save and use later, I tend to be the kind of person that just wants to throw things in the bin. You know what I mean? Like that's why this kind of was working well for the smaller stuff, because if I'm printing something out or I'm saving something, I just toss it in there, and then it's just there until I decide that it's time to glue it into the journal, right? So yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I think I'm onto something. So let me get things organized, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like when I have all my stuff in it. Here we go, pussycats. It is finished, and I have to say I absolutely love it. I'm thrilled with this. And look, ta-da! It's all cleared off. There's nothing there. Ooh. Oh, I should take a picture because it won't last very long. Sad to say. But anyways, let's just enjoy the openness, the vastness of the desk while it lasts. But anyhow, I'm loving this. This has worked out great, and it's really lighting up that part of my brain that likes to organize stuff, I have to say. So what I did was exactly what I thought I would do, which was I put the journals that I'm currently working in the bottom tray here, and then this is all the bigger pages, papers, things from pen pals, things that I've cut out, just the bigger stuff, papers that I've bought, other ephemera that I've been hanging on to. Yeah, this is great. I'm really, really, really happy with this. And there's still room in here for quite a bit more. And then I just sort of stuck this on the side here. Because I have a few of these sort of awkward size paper pads, and I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to stick them in there, right? And then I don't forget about them. And then the exciting part, dun da da da, is the inside of the train case. So in here, I've put a bunch of tiny bits of ephemera and things that I've cut out, little boxes that I've kept. We've got some stickers from Manitoba. Had a good time in Manitoba. We went to Winnipeg. It was great. We got some index cards. Yeah, like just stuff that fits in there, right? So then I can use that. I have a little box here that I've covered that I've put some more index cards and things in there. And then this little box has just got smaller bits and bobs, and yeah, some hidden paper clips that I've made, some things that I cut out. Ooh, I wanted to make myself one of these in the summer, but I didn't. But I think I still might try and make one for the autumn. And just make it so that I would wear it over tights or jeans, like put a long sleeve t-shirt underneath it. But that's not why you came here. So yeah, so I got some stuff in here. So this is a great start. So in my brain, I'm already sort of equating little bits of ephemera there, stickers and doodads there, and then here we have some postcards and other things from pen pals, things that I've printed out. Oh, there's a pocket that I haven't used. So again, these are all sort of based on size. mostly postcard size, like about, let's say 6x9, stuff like that. And then these I made in a video with you guys, so I want to use those in journals coming up. So I just sort of stuck the smaller bits down here because then that way I can make full use of the length of the suitcase, the train case. And then here on the side I've got the No Worries journal that I made the video about that I was telling you guys. If you didn't see that video and you would like to look at a journal, a pre-made journal from Amazon about dealing with anxiety and stress, I can't recommend this enough. I'll leave the description to it, the video and the link to Amazon in the description box. And then this was just another notebook here that fit in nicely. So yeah, so this really, I think this is, if this isn't the solution to my ephemera problem, like the ephemera that I actively want to work with now, and the storing of active journals, if this isn't it, it's going to look very similar to this because I really like this. And this is a much better use of the cart than what I had in it before. I will still use this drawer here for some smaller bits and pieces of ephemera and things that, you know, I can just sort of toss in there when I've cut them out or whatever. So that'll still come in handy. And then we have this. So I think that part of the my next step will be to go through here and just see what I want to keep. Maybe there's some things in there that I can donate to the Goodwill, and then maybe just make this, I don't know, just a little bit more cute, for lack of a better word, where I just make better use of these cubbies here. Because again, I love putting things in things. So that's it. So whether or not I will ever, I'll have to do a video of me working here in this space because it is quite a lovely space. And yeah, it does need some sort of light there in the corner though. This isn't this, I have like the overhead fluorescent lights there. But I would like to have something there that I can clip on, or I don't know. Anyways, this will be a work in progress, but at least it's free and it's not full of clutter, and whatever was there pretty much is now all in here. And yeah, so that's it, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope that it will give you some ideas and give you some inspiration when it comes to organizing your own bits and bobs and ephemera and happy mail and all the stuff that we like to put in our journals that isn't necessarily craft supplies, right? So have a great week, everybody, and yeah, thanks for watching. Speak kindly to yourselves. Oh, if you like this video, please give it a little thumbs up, and until the next video, I will talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye, everybody.